Well, welcome along here to Lydden in Kent. This is round 9 of the MRO Powerbike Tour 2004. Good crowd turned up to enjoy the action. We're going to go onto the grid with the RSV Mille. This is the one class make, number 13 there. That's Wade Martin, qualified well on the front row. So there is number 60 alongside him. That's Paul Rogers. There is the man going for the championship, number 3, Darren Jones, the Dazzer. And there's Marc Ramsbotham, the only man that theoretically can deny Jones the championship for this year. So Rammy on pole, and I can assure you Dazzer is going to be taking it pretty easy. As number 64 comes down onto the grid, that's Dylan Fox. The understarters orders, let's have a look at the standings so far. Darren Jones comes here today with 180 points, Marc Ramsbotham with 132. Now, as we've said before, the final round of Brands Hatch, double bubble points, so whatever you do at Brands, you get twice as many. So it's very important to go to Brands in a good position, and Darren Jones knows that better than anyone. Had a serious challenge from Daniel Tarratt earlier on in the season, but Daniel, after 2 crashes, 2 rounds consecutively, is now pulled out of the series, which is a shame because we had a 3-way scrap. But it's Jones that leads, Ramsbotham second. And it is, of course, that's the battle really for the championship. Everybody else much further down. Daniel Tarratt, of course, now not racing now, 90 points he had. Paul Rogers is the next man on the list in 4th place with 87, so Paul should move up into 3rd. 13 is the man at the moment chasing, that is Wade Martin, and Wade currently 6th in the standings with 67 points. So here we go. Ramsbotham, of course, the boy to look out for. He has a chance of maybe snatching the championship at the last death at Brands. It's a very much of an outside chance, but he has to look at this 3 abreast there. You wouldn't think that possible on bikes of that size. Around this circuit, it's very possible. So Rammy Ramsbotham goes into the lead. Dazzer Jones goes down to 2nd. So it's Razza and Dazzer at the moment. And I'm not quite sure who that is in 3rd. May still be Wade Martin on the 13 bike. Yes, indeed it is. Number 60, Paul Rogers, hangs on to 4th place as they dip into that tight right-hander at the bottom of the track. It's a very small track here at Lydden Hill, and of course it doesn't take long before these guys start lapping each other. Jones has gone back into the lead, under braking as they come up Hairy Hill for the next time. Jones now leads. Ramsbotham 2nd, Martin, then Rogers. That's the top 4 at the moment. And Rogers definitely having a look here for that 3rd spot. Has he got it? I don't think he has, as they drop down the bottom, back onto the start and finish straight once again. It is Darren Jones then that leads. No change in the top 3 so far. So at the moment, if Darren can stay out there, that's a nice bag full of points to go to add to his existing tally of 180, which will obviously take him into 200 something. Oh, Ramsbotham under brakes up the inside. Has he overshot the corner? No, he hasn't. So that's lucky. He went in there very, very hot. Jones comes around the outside of him at the top of the hill, but we're looking at 3rd place and 4th place at the moment. So the circuit quite small, so it does kind of even things out a little bit. Nobody really getting the best of anybody as far as bike power is concerned, although these machines are all supposed to be identical. You're limited to what you can do, so as they head back down the bottom there, take that right-hander just to see where the Supermoto track starts. Of course, Lydden Hill also well known for its Supermoto series. Here comes number 3, under braking once again. Is Ramsbotham going to break him out? Yes, he does. So I think Jonesy was having a look to do the same to Ramsbotham as he did to him on the previous lap, out braking up the inside. Rammy shut the door. 19 coming around the outside on that lovely turned out machine. That's Mark Compton in that rather splendid turquoise. So what have we got? About 5 here at the moment. Ramsbotham 6, I think we've got, all battling at the front. This is rather unusual for the Milles, because normally we get sort of the top 2 or 3 get away and then that's it, they're off. But because this track is such a small circuit, it does tend to keep them all together. Very kind of evens the whole thing out. Here goes Jonesy up the inside of Ramsbotham. Has he made it this time? Yes, I think he has. Yep. Got to be careful they don't lean on each other too hard. And up to second goes Paul Rogers, but no, he didn't. Looks like he's now third, and they're all falling over, look, elbows and going all over the place. Well, that's what racing's all about. That's my bit of track I want. Excuse me, move over, whack. Now, what's Ramsbotham going to do? He's going to want to win this, so when he goes to Brands, he has an outside chance of winning the championship. Remember, the winner of this Aprilia Mille series gets a brand new bike for 2005. That bike is valued at well over 10,000 quid. So it's not a bad, actually, prize to take home, is it? We don't have the series running with us next year. We have a Super Twins class, which will, of course, include Mille Thousands, the Aprilias, and whatever else you want to ride, Ducatis or whatever. So that should make life a little bit more interesting. I have to say that, on behalf of the promoter Dave Stewart, that it's been a bit thin on the ground, the amount of riders in this class over the last couple of years. And you have to remember, with the escalating costs of circuit hire nowadays, and insurance and all the other bits and pieces that go together, the marshal costs and everything else, they need full grids of 20 or so more riders. So 15 really isn't enough to sustain a class. So I understand where he's coming from, but it's a shame. But I'm sure you the Super Twins are going to be a corker. We saw the 400s replace the old Aprilia 250s. That's turned into a great race, that has. So maybe the Super Twins, I think the Super Twins will replace this with some style. Enough of the politics. Back to the racing, and it's all going on. Jonesy out front still, Ramsbotham still hunting him down in second place. Still Rogers there in third on the 60 bike, so lap 9 I'd say that is, place 6. Well, someone didn't quite read the rest of his board. Thank you for hanging that out in front of our camera. Very nice of you. Did it every time. Must be thanked for his consideration to our TV camera. Unfortunately, he didn't think to put his sponsor's name on the thing, otherwise he'd have given the sponsor a good plug as well, so he goofed up on that one, mate. Jonesy still leads it. Darren, well, he's twitching like a little sparrow at the moment in the morning about this championship. He's so nervous. Wants to win it so badly after being beaten in the second place last year by Daniel Tarratt. Tarratt's not here. So Jonesy thought he'd got it pretty well tied up midway through the season, but Marc Ramsbotham has come back at him. Yeah, well, all that empty pitboard he's got there, not one sponsor anywhere on it, so missed opportunity there, my boy. Here they go. Oh, we've got a bit of late braking going on here. Is that Rogers got up the inside of Ramsbotham? It is. So Rammy goes down one, now falling into the clutches of Wade Martin. So Paul Rogers, well, lap times here at the moment around 70, averaging around 78.52 miles per hour. Lap times around about 45 seconds. Jones is still there. Now he's got a new challenger now, so the number 60 bike of Paul Rogers. Well, I think Paul's looking maybe to pick up his first win of the season. And Marc Jones really does need to keep a watchful eye. Oh, look at this for a bit of out-braking. Deep into the corner on the brakes. Good job these Milles are fitted with some rather substantial front brakes on them. A lot of bike to pull up at short distance. And Ramsbotham goes through into second. Darren Jones pushed to third. That means Wade Martin in fourth is still there. So whether Darren Jones has just said to himself, oh, and down goes the race leader. Well, Paul Rogers going on to the last lap, pushed it just a little too hard. The front tucked under, and it's goodbye, sweetheart. I'm in the kiddie litter. My commiserations go out to him. Oh, and Jonesy having a banging session here with Ramsbotham. So on the last lap, Rammy comes up the inside of him. Oh, and so, oh, it's all going on here. Martin also sticks his penny's worth in as well. So Jonesy now down to third. He's going to have a go back at this, but I don't think he'll make it. He'll realise that he doesn't want to lose it. He'd rather score a third place than a 0, and there's the checkered flag. So Ramsbotham takes the 25 points from Wade Martin on 20. Jones there in third for Fox, Compton, Coughlan, Garner, Lowe and Paul Rogers. But for Darren Jones, he's got to finish in the top 10 now at Brands Hatch, I think.